Hear ye, this is Lord Potato. This is What If Naruto Was the Descendants of Lord Jashin, Part 5. So, what happened last time was Naruto decided to get what's called multiple weapons and unlocked two other abilities from his descendants. Okay, let me say the abilities that Naruto got last time. So let me do a recap of that. So I give him imagination weapons, uh, mortality for no way I already gave him that. Telekinesis slash telekinesis, and that's the only two abilities I gave him. The other three that you might remember are chill flames, dark lightning, and immortality for after killing people. Um, So those are the abilities that Naruto has right now. All five of those. Naruto will be getting more, but let me do a thing. So he already got the Chinchuriki One Tails from Sasuke getting it, taking it to the Akatsuki's and done. Kakuzu and Hidan did kill what's it called, Tamari and Konkuro. I think I made them. I think that's what I said last time. I can't really remember that much. So. Naruto also did get a weapon that was from the Shinigami, and about 5 daggers that were given to him by Jashin as weapons of gift as a present, since that executioner blade wouldn't really help him because how slow it's able to swing. It's powerful, but it's slow to swing around. So the 5 daggers are all different element daggers, and the scythe, a silver scythe that was be able to be created by using his imaginary weapon abilities to actually create either a scythe or anything. The sword is to, like, if you kill someone, he can take the soul out of them and actually combine it with the sword, making it stronger. So yeah. So let me now begin. Now, Naruto, Sasuke, not Jashin, Hidan, and Kakuzu are at the base already putting the one-tail Shinchuriki into the ghetto statue. So, of course, Itachi saw Sasuke in the Akatsuki's with Naruto, and Itachi kind of gritted his teeth saying, "Damn it, Sasuke, why are you here?" So Hidan and Naruto went to just start talking around, while Sasuke was kind of just about to go train more because, reminder, Naruto and Sasuke are only 12 right now. They joined the Akatsuki pretty young. So yeah, while Naruto and Hidan are talking about like what kind of things they're gonna kill and all that, what kind of more people they're gonna murder to sacrifice for Lord Jashin, Hidan's talking about like, man, I wish I was a descendant. I would have been a great descendant. Naruto's like, maybe. I mean, aren't you Hidan Joshi now? And Hidan said, yeah, that is true, but I really want to be a descendant. An actual descendant, not an actual, what's it called? Executioner, sacrificer, souls. Yeah, you get the point, Naruto. Naruto's like, yeah, I see. But I'm only the leftover descendant for Jashin since my father and mother are, well, not father, and just my father and my sister are no more Joshiness, so it could be possible to actually make you a Joshiness. And Hidan was like, that'd be so cool if I could. You should ask him if I can. So yeah, Naruto and Hidan are just talking about that. And Sasuke, when he was about to just leave and train, Itachi grabbed him from the shoulder and says, Sasuke, what are you doing here? Sasuke turned around and said, Itachi, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Itachi says, shut up, Sasuke. Why are you here and why aren't you in the damn village? Sasuke says, fuck you in that damn village. That damn village can go burn in hell all if I care. And Itachi kind of just grit his teeth like, damn it. It must have been Naruto's fault. I'm gonna kill that brat. Until Sasuke activates his as EMS and glares at Itachi, says, Itachi, you're the reason why the clan was dead. But not all. I don't think you are a bad person. I think the village decided to make you do it. So, I don't blame you. And Itachi just decides to grab Sasuke again and say, Sasuke, we're going back to the village and you're staying there. And then Sasuke kind of just like smacks Itachi's hand away and uses Susanoo. Itachi is like, fine, if you want to use Susanoo's, I'll fucking do it. He activates his orange red Susanoo, while Sasuke sends his purple Susanoo. Naruto notices and actually went back, since Naruto has a little bit Mikoto's blood to actually become an Uchiha. Well, not Uchiha, to have the Sharingan. He activates his Sharingan, and his Susanoo is crimson red. I think I put it that way. And he was right next to Sasuke and said, so wait, this is Itachi? Sasuke said, yeah. So both Naruto and Sasuke were about to fight Itachi until Pain and like the others kind of come out and saw that Itachi was about to just start. Well, I mean, Itachi started screaming, saying, Sasuke, you gotta go back to the village. I will make you go back to that village. Besides, I've been trying to protect that village for a while. And then the other Shikatsu members just said, Itachi's a traitor. So what Pain does is says, Universal Pull. Well, he says, not Universal Pull, he says Almighty Push. And both Naruto and Sasuke managed to dodge. And Itachi got blown away, sort of. His Susanoo was still on him. And he was like, I guess you found me out. Akatsu's, Obito, Hiran, Kakuzu, and everyone else just like said, Itachi, so you are really a traitor. Kisami's like, God damn it, Itachi. Well, it's time to kill you. Itachi says, not until I get Sasuke and Naruto back to that village. Naruto says, oh hell no, you ain't getting me back there. Hell no, I'd rather be here. And Sasuke was like, same. And then Pain was like, I mean, they're not willing to go, Itachi. Are you just gonna force your younger brother and Naruto, Jashin to go back? Itachi said, fine, if I have to, then I will. Until Naruto and Sasuke kind of slashed their like Susanoo swords at at Itachi. Itachi blocked it with the shield. Was it? So yeah, Itachi blocked it with like his shield, and then tries to slash at both Sasuke and Naruto. Naruto blocks it with like his Susanoo blade, and same with Sasuke. And Itachi saying, "You two will go back." And then Hiran comes out of nowhere, and Kakuzu actually managed to grab Itachi from underneath and pull him out of the Susanoo. Itachi's like, "Damn it!" Hiran comes out of nowhere and slashes Itachi's arm off. Then Pain says, Almighty Push. Pushes Itachi away. Deidara and Sasori came out of nowhere. Sasori managed to grab Itachi's like other arm. Deidara threw explosions and said Kai, and actually exploded Itachi more far away. Conan and Kisame had to go towards where Itachi went. Conan managed to put paper all around Itachi's arm so he wouldn't be able to do any more hand signs. And then he gets killed by Kisame. Now, since Itachi's out of the picture, all the Akatsuki members say, Swoop, we gotta train for a couple of years before we actually go get the Jinchurikis. Since some of them are kind of out of practice and all that, and they gotta train to get stronger. So let me do a 4-year time skip and Sasuke and Naruto are now 16, while everyone else are in the same thing as the original canon. Kisame actually has to have the two, what's it called, newest members of the Akashi, so that means Naruto and Sasuke on his team. So yeah. So now we begin the whole anime. Well, the Shippuden. Now I should mention that Naruto would be able to get more abilities during that 4-year time skip. So his first ability, well, his like first descendant, the person from Jashin, he gets an ability called tornado. Tornado maker. So, well, no, not tornado, twister. Twister manipulation. Now, what this is basically he can make tornadoes, from like anywhere in his body. So twister manipulation is like he can put a twister around his hand and blow away people. Like think of when Flash decides to like move his hand really fast to make a twister. Naruto on the other hand doesn't need to do that. He just has to just put a twister manipulation on his arm just to push someone away, and then use that twister attack at someone. So that was the first Descendants use the ability. And then the second user, he's actually a little different. For some reason, instead of like getting another random ability or element or anything, he gets basically a Renegon. That was because he was sort of a little bit of Uchiha. That's why Naruto can actually get a little bit of the Uchiha blood, and that's why I activated the Sharingan. He wasn't fully Uchiha, but something happened. Instead of having a normal Sharingan or like that, when he trains the Sharingan and all that, and level it up all the time, instead of getting a normal Renegon, the Renegon was just a how should I say? A Renegon with a slick in the middle and then across. So it was a Renegon with Tomoe's, like 12 Tomoe's, and the Renegon with like a cross in the what's called middle of the pupil and all that. So in those 4 years of training with Sasuke and all that, I mentioned that Naruto did get a bunch of his abilities awoken in those 4 years. And so let me start from first. First is Twister manipulation. I already mentioned how that works. Renegon with Tomoya's and a cross in the middle. He can revert it back to like the Sharingan and all that. Black hole and white hole. That ability will allow you to absorb like anything that, like, let's say that some person is hiding behind a very not very powerful, like inside a how should I say, mountain. He can use black hole to absorb, like suck out all like you throw it inside, not inside the mountain, but next to the mountain, just to like make it a bigger hole so he can blast through it using white hole, so when he pulls back the black hole towards him, he can change into white hole so he can throw everything back at the enemies. And there is Red Crimson Cloak of Lord Jashin. So what this is basically Naruto gets like similar to this. It's just a cloak where his eyes are pure red and kind of bleeds. And of course he does get like a third eye. So it's basically he gets like, it's similar to a karma seal, but not really. And then there's Ghost. So, yeah, Red Crimson Cloak, yeah, that was from the 4th user. Ghost is for the 5th user. He kind of got Ghost, where his body can go intangible. Like, he can go through walls, anything. his clothes will still stay on him. And it will also, he can also just kind of, how should I say? It's like kama weed, but yeah. But his clothes still stay on him, and any attack that goes at him, just like, can just go through him. Yeah, so it's basically kama weed, but not really. He can also go invisible with ghosts, so yeah, I should mention that. There's also Fly. He unlocked that ability when he was like jumping, and he kind of ran out of chalk with his Sano. He almost fell down the cliff, and he actually activate wings that are just black, like black wings, and managed to just fly like that. Next is Nightmare. Nightmare he kind of activated when someone like, how should I say? Nightmare is like Nightmare is similar to what's it called, Infinite Tsukiyomi, but instead of like in another world, like a Genjutsu, this is actually real life. Like you're thinking of like the worst thing you can possibly have, and Naruto can turn into any like worst nightmare you have. Like say that your worst nightmare is to see a giant tarantula. Well, Naruto can transform into that, and then fuck your shit up. During this gravity manipulation, this one has more uses than just saying almighty push or universal pull. Instead of that, he can just crush people with gravity. He can just increase people's gravity into like 5 times, 25, 100. Yeah, you get the point. He just has enough gravity manipulation. The night user was Mirror. Mirror was actually a little different for him. So, actually not different for him, but Mirror is like he can take someone's attack and then throw it back at them 2 times, but instead he can actually copy the ability. Like let's say he's going against I don't know Hashirama, and Hashirama uses wood style. Naruto can dodge it and also either dodge it or grab it and then throw it back at him, and also copy the ability and have the ability forever. There's also for the 10th user was brighter style. Basically, it's fire and light together, just very very bright light that will just blind anyone. There's also when Naruto gets beaten up more and more, his power just increase. Like let's say he gets his arm chopped off, his power just increase into a lot, and then kill the person pretty easily. Besides, he can go what's called use Mortality to put his arm back. So yeah. So next is okay. So you already know imagination weapons. Yeah, that's the 12th user. The 13th user was someone that had their generation extremely fast. Like their generation was super fast. Naruto has that. So if he gets like I don't know gets impaled with like a kunai with an explosive tab and it explodes and there's a giant hole around Naruto. He can either use immortality, but yes, he gotta kill someone. But the generation can just not absorb, but heal him in just an instant. So it's 1 second to explode him, then the other second he's already generation done. He can also generation limbs and all that's been chopped off. Next is Chill Flame, so you already know that. The 15 user was Yin and Yang, basically Naruto can use the Yin Yang abilities. Like he can create things from Yin and Yang. Since I think mostly everyone had Yang, and Yin is the one where you can create things. I can't remember. I think so. Dark Lightning is from the 16 user, and of course you already know what that is. 17 is Crystal Release. So, not Crystal Release, Crystal Manipulation. So basically, Naruto can create crystals and use those crystals and to manipulate into anything. Like say that he wants to use diamonds, or sapphire, or ruby, or anything that's a crystal. Next is Hell Flames. Hell Flames are basically the hotter version of normal flames. So it's hotter than the what's called Amaterasu. They're basically white flames, are just hotter. And of course, these ones can actually be, well, can't be really extinguished unless you use Immortality on them to try to counter them. Yeah. Next is Black Whip. So you already know what Black Whip is. It's basically from My Hero Academia. I just like it because, yes, Black Whip. You can just grab anything and just throw it at people. Next, okay, you already know what is this one. You should probably already know it. Is Immortality for after killing people, or yeah, after he kills anyone, he can use Immortality for like, I guess, however many seconds he killed, or how many people he killed. I should be more specific. 21 is Absorption. So Absorption means that he can take anyone's life force and put it into his. So it's like All for One, where he can take quirks and all that. But yeah, it's basically like that. But he takes people life with their Kekkai's or whatever they had. Like I said, they had a very high in fire affinity, and Naruto doesn't really have a very high in fire affinity. Naruto can take that person's life force and that fire affinity and put it towards him, or can give it to someone else. Next, of course, is Telekinesis. I already explained that. Next is Danger Sense. Basically, Naruto just has this like sense. Like if he's trying to get stabbed, he dodges very instantly. It's like an instant for him to dodge without his body even recognizing. It's like Ultra Instinct, but not really. Next is Obsidian style, where like you can summon black obsidian from the ground to stab anyone. Next is Anger. Just like if he gets very angry, he can just explode things. Next is Barrier, which his barrier is different. It can either go defense or offense. So yeah. So of course this will be going into Minato's ability, which he should have had, but the problem is since Minato was being a freaking cunt, he didn't get this ability, and didn't get it at all, even through the generation he had the Jashin blood. Since Minato uses the seal's flying Raijin, it kind of suppresses Jashin what's called ability to actually happen. But the ability is basically called Flash. He can basically go, and Naruto can just go in a what's called red and black flash. Instead of like using any seals, he can just run really fast or dodge really fast. So yeah, you get the point. Next, of course, this would have been like Mento's ability if she wasn't the one to be Ano, getting all the good stuff, and that's why Josh took it away. This is called Rose Petals attack. So what this is basically similar to Byakuga from Bleach, when he uses his Bankai. And yeah, Naruto can do the same like that. Well, instead of being like cherry blossoms, or rose petals. Now, Naruto's ability for the Jashin is called the Kitsune. So basically, he goes into a demon fox, with more tails than the 9 tails, and more power than the 9 tails. So yeah, those are all the abilities of Naruto he actually got from those 4 years. Sasuke, he got also abilities from Naruto. Like Naruto gave him, when he used absorption to take people abilities, he basically gave them all to Sasuke, since Sasuke needs to get more power. So yeah, he also gave him towards other like if he had to go against a Hokage or Raikage or whatever Akage level S rank ninja, he gave it towards the other Akatsuki members to make them stronger, so they can easily take out the Biju way easier. So that's what happens. So now after those 4 years to go after the whole Biju and all that, Sasori and Deidara easily take out what's called not Sasori and Deidara. Basically, the Two Tails, Naruto came along with, Naruto, Sasuke, and Hiran and what's it called, Kakuzu went to go get the Two Tails. They found her. They easily took her down like in an instant. Like she tried to like outrun them until Naruto used Flash and just kicked her towards what's it called Hidan and Kakuzu. Kakuzu what's it called pinned her down, and then Jashin kind of slashed at her. Not Jashin, Hidan slashes her to tell her to shut up or she's gonna die. So yeah. No, so they took her and already took out her Shinchuriki, killed her already. They go after the three tails. So the three tails would be what's called Kisame and Itachi, but since Itachi's gone, Naruto and Sasuke would come along to take down what's called the three tails. The three tails will actually have to go against Kisame, Sasuke, and Sasuke. Yeah, Kisame, Naruto, Sasuke, and Deidara, since Deidara is the only one can fly, and to see where it's at. So Naruto uses gravity manipulation to grab it out of the water, and so Sasuke can use his Sana to smash it down back into the ground. Naruto uses fly to just fly around, and then uses brighter to just use the fire and the light to just destroy the three tails and knocking it out and taking out grabbing the Jinchuriki and putting it in the ghetto section. So with what's it called? The four tails had to get taken out by what's it called? No wait, it wasn't Kisame and Itachi that go after the three tails. There was someone. Fuck, I don't remember who went after the three tails. Yeah, you want to said it. Kisame and Naruto had to go after the four tails. Easily took him out. Five tails was got taken out by what's called Hidan and Kakuzu. Six tails was taken out by Sasuke and Deidara and Sasori. No, not the six tails. The six tails was taken out by Pain and the other. Sasori and Deidara went after, well, not Sasori and Deidara. Kakuzu and Hidan went after the seven tails. They also did meet the whole about what's it called Asuma, and he easily gets killed pretty easily. Same with Shikamaru and the others. Like since Hidan actually gets more power because of Naruto actually helping him. So Hidan did manage to become a Jashiness. Well, not a Jashiness. He's also a descendant for Lord Jashin. But his ability is, well, speed. His ability is just speed. He does have similar to Flash, which Naruto has, but not really. It isn't fast as Naruto's, but yeah. Now, yeah, that happens. The next is the Eight Tails. What's called the Raikage tries to stop them, and of course can't really stop them, and gets destroyed by Pain. And of course, Eight Tails tries to stop them. Naruto comes out of nowhere, goes into the kissing form, and easily beats the fuck out of him. So there's no Orochimaru, there's no what's called Akachi dying slowly and all that. Sasori is still alive, Itachi's dead. And of course, Orochimaru is also dead. So yeah, next is the Leaf Village. I should also mention they did destroy different villages, like the Sand Village, even though they didn't have a Jinchuriki. They just destroyed it. The Stone Village, the Mist Village, and also the Cloud Village. Now is until the Leaf Village. Now, of course, what's called Naruto, Sasuke, and all the other Akatsuki members go straight towards what's called the Leaf Village. Now, something happens before, in those 4 years, actually something happened. With Naruto and Sasuke being there and being one of the youngest, the Akatsuki sort of changed their plan. Instead of like taking out the Jinchuriki for whatever dominance world plan they ever had, because Obito didn't say anything, Obito changed his mind to not to the Tsukiyomi, instead to what's called just take out the Jinchurikis and the villages. It would have made much easier like that. So the Akatsuki are going there because they're just gonna destroy the Leaf Village, take the Nine Tails, and done. If the five Grand Nations try to attack them, they easily kill them off. So when they get there, of course, Minato is there ready. Minato was trained with what's called Jiraiya, but Jiraiya is strong in this one, so yeah. So everyone in the original canon will still be there, except for, well, I mean, Tsunade will also be there. So yeah. Now the only person that wasn't there was Kushina. I think I said that Kushina died. Sasuke wouldn't be there neither. Ino is sad that Sasuke left and all that. Well, when they are coming back, Sasuke said, I gotta go check on Ino. So Sasuke has checked on Ino for 4 years to tell her about, yeah, we're doing this and that. And Sasuke, when he gets to where Ino's at, her father tries to stop him from doing anything. Sasuke puts them both into a genjutsu parents and takes Ino away from the village. So all the Akatsuki members just start going ham on the Leaf Village. Full on, it's barely even a war. Like, half the ninjas are dying. Of course, Kakashi tries to use Chidori to kill Obito, but Obito dodges. And also uses Chidori. He managed to copy the ability from Sasuke and Naruto and starts battling against what's called Kakashi. So, what's it called? So, after everyone in the Akatsuki's managed to defeat what's it called? All the people in the Leaf Village. So, of course, Obito managed to defeat Kakashi. Because in this one, Obito did train with Naruto and Sasuke. So, yeah. So, what's it called? When Obito was taking out Kakashi, he took out the eye from Kakashi and put it on his eye. And managed to do Susanoo and easily kills Kakashi. Minato was going against Naruto, and of course Jiraiya tries to go and help Minato. The problem is when he tried, Nagato easily took him out by using what's called Universal Pull to pull Jiraiya out of the way. Minato tries to fight Naruto until Sasuke came and like blocked the attack and say, "Oh hell no, you ain't doing anything," and kicked her out of the way. So, when Minato tried to use a flying Raijin and Naruto used a flashy dodge, Minato was confused. You already know the flying Raijin? Naruto says, no, this was actually your technique. Well, not technique. Your ability that you would have got as a Jashin. It's just you never unlocked it since the flying Raijin was something that suppressed it. And he says, I don't even know what this Jashinness is. And Naruto says, oh, I can actually help you with that. Naruto decides to grab one of the ninjas, the leaf ninjas, and just cuts him off with blood and makes a hole. This, but with more seals and patterns, and sacrifice that person. He isn't dead, he's just bleeding and all that. And he sacrificed the ninja, and the ninja gets killed, but then turns into Jashin, Lord Jashin. He can come out. Of course, that's only if the body, however much he can live. So Jashin cannot use his full power. He's only be able to use 25 because humans without his what's called blessing cannot really be able to use any more power than only 25. But like Hidan, since he's like a Jashinist, he can take over Hidan's body. Well, if Hidan lets it, and actually get more power, like 75. But if he takes over Naruto's body, of course he's going to be able to use 100% since Naruto has the blood of Jashin. But Naruto doesn't let that happen. He doesn't want his body to be taken over. And Jashin understands that. So when that happening, Lord Jashin is going against Minato and easily whooping his ass. Now Naruto turns around and fights what's called Mental and uses her ability that she would have got, but she was too stupid how to use it. And uses the ability to use his cherry petals around and like start attacking her super easily and killing her. Which Pain managed to grab her and like take out the nine tails out of her body. So yeah. So after a while, like 30 minutes pass by, the whole village is destroyed. Like everyone that doubted Naruto and all that just gets killed. Now we do a couple months later. Of course, the whole Tsukiyomi plan really didn't happen. Instead, everyone just lived okay after that. Jashin said, "Well, whatever's your plan, Naruto, you can do whatever. You kill everything, and yeah." Naruto said, "Okay." Ino and of course Sasuke do get married and all that, and do make the Uchihas come back. Now Naruto's just like doing anything. So whatever Naruto does, to Naruto's whatever, he doesn't have a kid anyway. You can make it have a kid or not, whatever. But yeah, this is the end of what if Naruto was what if Naruto was a descendant of Lord Jashin. Now all the abilities that I just came up for right now wasn't really needed since I all came up to them like a while when I was recording this. So yeah. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep. You can probably use the abilities for if Naruto goes against Ishiki and all that. But yeah. Yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep.